Life hacks for a stress-free home. My name's Tracy McCubbin. I've been a professional declutterer and organizer for 16 years, and here's one of my greatest hacks for keeping your house stress-free. Do not go more than 3 days without opening your mail. I know it seems so simple, but people don't do it, and mail builds up, and built up mail leads to clutter. Not only does it lead to clutter, it leads to inefficiency and lack of productivity. Think about it. If you don't open your mail, you don't know what's actionable and what's not actionable. So the things that you actually do have to do are piling up with junk in between. So if you want to stay on top of your time management, your actionable items, and the clutter, tackle your mail. And here's the thing I don't even understand. We use mail less than we ever have, but we seem to get more of it. Don't go more than 3 days without opening your mail. And when you open your mail, do it over the shredder. Recycle bin on one side, shredder in front of you. Because 3/4 of it can just be shredded and gone. Something happens when you don't deal with things right away. They sort of get in your brain that they're important. Oh, I've got to deal with that later because it's important. And that's what happens with junk mail. It just starts building up and then you think it's something that you actually have to do. But if you can, every day or two, open your mail, shred what is garbage, junk mail, things with your personal information, then you're gonna have a teeny stack of actionable items. And this is important. Now you know what you have to do. So you can straight away transfer it to your to-do list, put it in your to-do pile. If it's a bill due, if it's something that you have to do by a certain date, put a reminder in your calendar. Just complete the task. Open the mail, figure out what you have to do, and then make it a part of your actionable list. But if that mail builds up, if you go a couple weeks without opening it, you're gonna feel so overwhelmed. You're gonna have so much clutter. Here's another thing. If you haven't done it yet, put all your bills on Autopay. Put all your bills on Autopay. For me, I have most of them on Autopay on a credit card because I want the miles. I don't have to think about it. Here's another thing. For credit cards, I'll just put the minimum payment so I never miss the payment date, and then I go back and pay more, pay it down. But put your bills on Autopay, and then that way you can even stop getting them in the mail. You can get them digitally. Turning your bills into Autopay are going to mean that you will not miss payment deadlines. I know it sounds so simple, but just take the time to do it. Set aside an afternoon, mark off a couple hours in your calendar, and go through your bills. What can you move to Autopay? Then, can you go digital with those bills? That's gonna cut down on the paper. Paper adds so much clutter. It adds so much clutter. So remember, there's 3 categories of mail. There's loving, sweet, sentimental notes that you may or may not want to keep. You may just read them once, get the good feeling, toss them away. There's the junk mail that most likely needs to be shredded or put in the recycle bin. And then there's the actionable stuff. And it's not that much. Don't go more than 3 days without opening your mail. If there's something actionable in it, either move it to your to-do list or put a reminder on your phone. Set the steps in place so that you'll get it done. But if you can stay on top of your mail, you're not gonna miss deadlines, you're not gonna miss events, you're not gonna let the paper build up. It's going to make a huge difference and reduce the stress in your home.